Ooh, I am testing a new setup, so bear with me. I can't see things like I normally can. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. It appears to be working. What's going on, Jack? It's Louisville game day. That's right. I actually got my boy Sea Dog. Should be over here before too long. Um, this Florida State Clemson game is looking pretty interesting. I said all week leading up to this game, I feel like I should move my camera over here. I don't ever film in my living room. I don't know. I think that would look better. Yeah, that would look better. That's why we're testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Oh, yeah. That's way better, right? Techie Travel Guy says, Yo, Stan Garner, we ready. We ready. I see you. What's going on, Stan? It is Georgia Tech game day. Plan for today is once Sea Dog gets over here, I think Steven's coming with him. Um, we'll do, I don't know, maybe an hour before kick, we'll do a pregame show and then we'll stream the game together. So we'll be both sitting right here. And then we'll do the postgame show on Mark Rogers. Love that number 10 swag. Yeah, guys, if you want the Bling Bling Haynes King, go to section 103. They've got them. And like I said, I don't have an ad read, but they do sell out of stuff. And I imagine, so they have them, I think, in white, blue, and yellow. I really like the white, but as far as I'm a sloppy guy, like I went next door to get some pizza. I had to take my shirt off. I don't want to get pizza sauce on a white shirt. That's never coming out. Okay. I don't know if there was a stutter in the feed there. Jack says he's currently heading to the Louisville game right now. Well, all right, man. What time's their kick? 3:30. I'm guessing Burger King dropping 40 tonight. I mean, here's the thing. Wake Forest has played what Elon, Vandy, and Vandy's currently getting the crap beat out of them by Kentucky. Let's take a look. Kentucky's beating them at halftime, 24-10. An A&M game is an offensive struggle, isn't it? Auburn trailing Texas A&M 3-6 at the half. Syracuse getting beat by Army though, and a lot of people, especially on game day this morning, really high on Syracuse. Schrader, really good quarterback. Uh, just started the third, so they just came out of half. Syracuse down 10-3. Good afternoon, Vic. How are you, sir? Don't lose to Woke Forest. Am I the only one that's paid attention to um, Barstool Deeks or whatever, the Barstool variant for Wake Forest? Those guys have some serious problems, and they need to seek help. Honestly, I think they said Buzz looked like a pedo, and that's coming from a deacon. Okay, okay, I see. I see what you're doing. They said a lot of dumb stuff, and it's like, brother, let's not pretend that anyone outside of Winston-Salem gives two craps about Wake Forest. But yeah, Clemson up 17-14 on Florida State. I've been high all week on Clemson going into that Florida State game. I've said I think this game means way more to Clemson than it does Florida State. Like if Florida State wins handedly, that was just supposed to happen. That's what kind of everyone expected. But Clemson has to come out and prove that they're not garbage like people think they are. And I don't look. Is Clemson the team they used to be? No. Is Clemson a bad team that shouldn't be ranked? No, that's silly too. That Florida is ranked and Clemson isn't. I don't really put any stock in the rankings based on that. Let's see what other scores. Michigan upset 14-7 on Rutgers. It's an interesting one. Buzz, you're right, Stan Garner. Buzz is the reigning mascot national champion. Um, and a mascot like a Demon Deacon doesn't even make sense. That's like, I mean, could you make that make any less sense? Indie video game. Oklahoma Cincy tie or not tied. Oklahoma Cincy. Oklahoma's up 10-3 at halftime. Game's on Fox. Um, Mr. 5978 here. Tech 31-27. So I said 31-28, and it could go either way. Um, but I'm not going to come on here and be super confident about Georgia Tech until that defense shows some improvement, particularly at linebacker right now. It'd be interesting to see who plays at linebacker today. I'm sure we'll see a lot more effort and maybe a little less Mola. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think, Florida State? Maybe I can do a poll. Can I do that out of OBS? Or do I have to switch screens here? Probably have to go over here. We can start a poll for sure. Start a poll. Who wins FSU v Clemson? Then FSU. Boom. There you go. There you go. Be interesting to know what you guys think. Um, I think Clemson wins this game. I really do. Can I move this? Why does this have to be right in the middle of everyone's chat? Now I can't see what people are saying. Defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. That is the idea. That is the idea. I think the defense just the linebackers need to flow. Like we've got to have some we got to play in their backfield a little bit. Like if every play but three is either like an incompletion, no gain, or positive yardage, like that's not going to be good. You got to get some negative plays. See someone commented, yeah. Um, but yeah, what do you guys think? A lot of people thinking Clemson. Simona, how are you doing, ma'am? Glad to see you're doing well. Are you at home today, Simona? Or are you in Winston Salem? Let them kick field goals till their heart's content. King will outscore them. That was one of the two scenarios I had. Like, either we gotta. I mean, this is not rocket surgery, right? It's not rocket appliances. You either got to play on defense or you've just got to score every possession or close to every possession on offense, where it kind of doesn't matter um, what happens on defense. I pray we win too, Simona. You're at home. Obviously, me too. But yeah, I don't know. I'm how would you say this? Hesitantly optimistic. I do kind of like to see Key pretty fired up. Um, it makes me think of Simone. You might not know because Leary's on. This is Leary's first year. I don't know if you've heard of Derek Moore, and he's at South Carolina now. He was the team chaplain for many, many, many years. I mean, I think going back to even before Chan Gailey in the early 2000s and late 90s. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if Derek Moore was there when Brick Key played offensive line. He said, there comes a point in every man's life that calls him to the front of the line. You got to put aside childish things. You got to step up. You got to do what's required of you. May it be mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. Comes a time when you just got to get it done. And that's today. Uh, uh, Losing today would really put us well beyond the eight ball for kind of progressing and season goals. So you got to do what you got to do. You know, got to make plays, got to get in their backfield, got to be efficient. I will tell you one thing that's been very impressive for me watching this Georgia Tech team. I think we're the least penalized team in the country. Kia's full of fire. I like that about him. Yeah, and it's but not like in a jerky way. In a like, hey, this is the expectation, and I wouldn't push people. I wouldn't be this way if I knew we weren't capable of more than what we're doing right now. And I'm totally on board with that. Totally on board with that. And it just, man, it's rough because as a fan base, like, we're just so hungry to get this thing rolling. It's kind of like we've had the car in neutral and we're right on the edge of the hill and you can feel it wanting to move, pick up momentum, pick up speed. We got to do it today. Tech has 5 penalties. Army is second with 7. So, yeah, Georgia Tech's the least penalized team in the country. I mean, so very disciplined team. Ooh, Florida State comes out throwing. Big completion for Florida State. Number 14, I forget his name for Florida State, is a grown-ass man, if I've ever seen one. Isn't he the one that's like 6'7"? Yeah, so the places we're a little bit less disciplined in is just special teams, and I don't even know if that's a discipline issue. That's more of a, you know, just doing your job. I'm assuming Shanahan is okay. If you don't know Shanahan, being our punter, Irish guy. I think he's from Castleberry. One of my old roommates is from Ireland. Moved over here in his 20s. Anyway, no one cares about that, Justin. All right, no one cares. Um, I would think that we've probably warmed up or worked in someone else to hold. You know, it used to be that your backup quarterback would hold, and now, which I think is much better, you have the kickers all doing their own thing. Like they hold and all of that. He's got that McGregor in him. I love Conor McGregor. Remember when he was fighting? He was gonna go fight Mayweather. Let me tell you something. If this was a real fight, I'd freaking kill him. Maybe we need that kind of confidence and bravado, uh, coupled with the execution. Being that confident and not executing makes you look silly. And believe me, WreckTalk knows all about that. Everything I've said preseason has been wrong. So I just want to, can you guys hear me okay? I'm doing this off of a laptop. My laptop's screaming like Zeke Biggers is sitting on top of it. I just want to make sure when we kind of get into later today, everything is coming off smoothly. That's all. I'm going to end the poll. All right, 62% think Clemson's going to win, 37% Florida State. Makes sense. I mean, it could go either way. It looks like Florida State's going to go for it on 4th down here. Deep in Clemson territory. Oh. And they're going to complete. They're going to complete it. I think. Oh, there's a flag, though. When was the last time Florida State beat Clemson? It's got to be a while. I think 2014, I think I was told. So like 9 years, 8 or 9 years. But they didn't play during the COVID year. And that's the funny thing with Dabo is he rings bells he can't unring as far as just kind of dumb things he says. So he said that Florida State didn't want to play them. They were basically Florida State was scared, and because they had flown down, and then kind of at the last minute they said they weren't playing, and it's like Dabo. Anyone who plays football wants to play? I don't care any level. If it's Wofford traveling to play Alabama, they want to play. No one who was involved with the football program had any say so in that weird COVID stuff and who was going to play what day. Like I don't know why Dabo would say that. He said the same thing with Ohio State. He was on one that year. I don't know why it says OBS keeps disconnecting. This is worrying for later today. But he's like, yeah, it's not going to take long to watch film on Ohio State because they had only played like 7 games that year, and then they end up getting beat by like 20 points or something. It's just like, why would you say that, man? What's wrong with you? Simona says, I got to do more research on the ACC. I mean, there's not a lot to know. All you got to know is Georgia Tech needs to win, whoever we're playing. And Georgia needs to lose, whoever they're playing. That's about it. That's all you need to know. And boy, they got a tough game today, don't they? UAB. Hope they can pull that one out. You don't know teams well. Well, it's actually easier, Simona, now because there's not divisions anymore. So it used to be what? Tech, Miami, Pitt, Virginia Tech. Am I leaving anyone else out of the Coastal? There's got to be at least another team. Duke, North Carolina. Like they were all, well, for like the 100th time, UGA has the weakest schedule. I don't like. I mean, it's nice when you're kind of got a new offensive coordinator and you're not meshing on offense like you had in years past, and you've got 3 absolute cupcakes going to work that out on. And that's like kind of my message to Tech fans and people that are just in this alarmist Alex Jones kind of mentality. It's all over, folks. There's no hope. They've come to take our team from us. No, man, like we played a pretty tough front-loaded schedule. Like Louisville looks to be pretty good, and I think we'll see when Ole Miss plays Alabama today. Yeah, I think we played two pretty good teams that we didn't come out on the winning side on. I mean, it ain't the end of the world. They're turning our freaking team bad. Anyways. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here and test my microphone, making sure everything is working properly. If UGA played Duke week 1, they would have lost like Clemson. I don't know if they would. It definitely would have been harder than Ball State or whoever they opened up. No, it was an even worse team than that, UT Martin. But I'm going to hop off, guys. I just wanted to test and make sure this setup worked. I hope y'all are having a great day. Me and C-Dog are going to be coming on later, do a pregame, stream the game, and have a postgame. So y'all have a good one.